Hello. Sorry I didn't schedule, guys. It's just I'm just trying to fit it in. Today it's been crazy. Every day's been crazy, but I'm getting there. Now just got to shut a few of these things up. Why won't you shut it? So I got a new. I got an email from StreamYard saying that we can now do. Hi Elizabeth, how are you? Gymnastics. I've seen you a couple of times today. Miss Justice, Aussie True Crime, how are you? Just roll with it. Grammy. Oh my God, what a day, Grammy. It's been a bit insane, hasn't it? Hi, Betty Joe. Yeah, I thought while I had a spare hour, I better come on and say hi to everyone. I keep getting messages. Are you alive? What's going on? What are you doing? Which is lovely. It is lovely to know. Here she is, Miss Justice. It is nice that people think of you and want to know where you are. It's a nice feeling. What have I missed? Aussie True Crime. Oh, well, this morning I got cussed out again. I did nothing. Absolutely nothing. I was actually trying to be a grown up and be nice and move forward. After all the shit I had with Tiffany 6 months ago, I thought she unblocked me, so I thought, oh, okay then. And like, what's the point in dragging shit out? I said what I wanted to say. I got over it. Let's just don't have to be besties or come and plait me hair or anything. But she was doing a live this morning, my time, and it was about Chase. And I commented in the chat, hi, Elena's View. Hi again. Yeah, I commented in the chat. And she didn't appreciate it. I wasn't even nasty. I just said, she asked a question. She was like, so what's Chase doing now? Like, is he still in the YouTube streets? Is he still doing this and that or whatever? Like, I haven't heard anything. And all I said to begin with was, Chase is still playing. Well, with that, she's lost her shit and she's like, I don't even know why you're in my chat. I'm not. And like, really let it go. And then she had a snide remark to say about Penny. So her whole gist of the beginning of her life was, how dare they people speak about Chase now when AB and I tried to tell everybody months ago. And I was like, really? Really? Get the fuck over yourself, girl. So just because you two spoke about it and tried to dodgy up that phone call and everything else, when there's real 100% fact, no one's allowed to speak about it because you two already have. Because AB come in and had a go as well. Told everyone in the chat I was nothing but a liar today. And I'm like, okay, AB, what did I lie about? And he wouldn't answer. So I said, Penny, because she was sort of insinuating that Penny just says things about Chase, basically because she can, whatever. And I said, no, Penny actually speaks on fact only. It's rarely you'll get Penny just, she won't throw something out there if she doesn't know 100% it's not backed, you know. And I wasn't meaning that to be a smart ass. It's just the way I find Penny. And then Tiffany really lost her shit. I was like, Didn't faze me. I was just sitting there pissing myself laughing. Made my morning. I thought it was gold. Like, I must have affected her pretty bad last time. Like, I've seen people give a shit and 3 days later they're back in her chat room and she's like, well, I'm glad to see you back. She's not happy I was back. She was not. I only went there just to see what it's called hate watching, Miss Justice. I just thought I was in one of them moods, Yeah, but apparently AB doesn't like me either. And neither does, that BEs or B BES, whatever her freaking name is. Yeah, I seen you. I remember you. You're nothing but a liar. And I'm like, righto. Last time, Tiffany. You mean when you were defending Chase? Yeah, I was, Tiffany. And today I was trying to be super nice. And you lost your shit at me for nothing. That wasn't nice. And I'm not 97, but I know when you get upset with women, you tend to call them out. I have nerve. Why do I have nerve, Tiffany Marie? Oh, Jesus. I know who's obsessed with who. My gosh. All I said was Chase is still playing. And you lost it. Is that rational? And yes, I did defend Chase way back. I made him a quilt. Do I feel like the biggest dickhead on earth? Absolutely. Was I hurt? Absolutely. But I thought you'd be a grown up and just, after you unblocked me, that, I see so many channels that are just moving forward without having all this drama. I just thought, oh, we'll see how this goes. But obviously, it's not going to go. And there's no skin off my nose. I actually thought it was hilarious that you were still so aggravated with me. Like, seriously. I don't know. I don't know, Grammy. But us Aussies can take it. We're just, whatever, girl. You've been sitting there waiting for me to go live all night, Tiffany. Have you? Because I've been having the best day ever. Every time I think of your little rant today, I've just lost my shit laughing. Hi, Joya. How are you? Oh, I'm not so sweet, apparently. I've got nerve. Oh, dear. Poor little Tiffany. I like your chairs, though. They're really cute chairs. I've got similar, but they're black. Really cute. I sort of like that regal, that sort of look. Tiff, did you get 6 or 4? Because I got 6. What happened today, love? Oh, nothing much, the real Gigi. I just tried to speak to Tiffany in her chat this morning. She didn't like me. Or AB. I'm a liar. I'm not a liar, honestly. What happened? She was nasty to me, Joya. Wow, no one blocked you when you went to TM, but as soon as she comes here, I have not blocked her. Morris, 17. Please. Did any of the mods block her? Because don't block her. She's only just unblocked me. Like, I just wanted to be an adult and move past it all, but I'm the only mod here. Blame me. Oh, really? We'll unblock her. I've got no problem with chatting with Tiffany. I want to know about her chairs. How do I do that? I've got to go into studio, don't I? Just hang on, Tiff. I'll unblock you. Poor little pet. We can't have Tiffany or Marie blocked over here. Guys, it's not nice. Settings. Hang on. Community. Blocked words. No. Hang on. Oh, I blocked someone else. My granddaughter. Remember when I blocked her the other day? She shouldn't be in here. I can't even find you. Tiffany, you're not even blocked. You're not in the block thing. Did you just time her out, Miss Justice? Because she's not in here. Nope. Got heaps of other crap in here, but no Tiffany Marie. There you go. You're not blocked, Tiff. Come back, sweetheart. Morris, she's not blocked. She was put in timeout. Okay, thanks, Betty Jo. I really need more info on her chairs. They're really cool chairs. I like them. But I reckon a bit of artwork over the table there, above where you sit with the laptop, would look so cool. Hi, Lily Rochelle. How are you? You didn't block her, Miss Justice. It's okay. Is Ray Ray here? Hi, Ray Ray. Sorry if I missed anyone. I was in the block part. I love you too, the real Gigi. TM, you're lost. Sharon is the best. Well, I was a bitch. Like, I'll own it. Like, I did lose me shit last year. And Mr. What? Mr. Fuck you mean? Welcome. I haven't seen you before. But thank you for coming in. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, I thought I would just go in there, say hi. And I did say hi. I wasn't in any way being a total cow or anything. Yeah, I do get really, really protective of people I care about, Grammy. Like, you can say whatever about me and I just laugh. Like, it honest to God does not bother me one little bit. Oh, it doesn't matter, Betty Jo. It just amazed me that, like, soon as, so she brought me up twice, but straight away after the first go, Like, I don't even know why you're in my chat down under. You've got nerve. Like, it's the same repetitive abusive statement she gives everybody, you know? So you sit there laughing because you know exactly what she's going to say next. And I thought, any second now, AB will appear and he'll have a go as well, because that's what happened last time. And sure enough, AB comes in, you know, just to pronounce to the whole chat room of 300 people that you're a liar, but couldn't elaborate on anything I lied about. I'm like, whatever, dude. TM followers are going to be here. Yeah, without a doubt, Elizabeth. But it doesn't bother me. Oh, it's goat. Now I know. Thank you for Elizabeth. No, she's kicking me. She can speak to people who ever she likes. But she doesn't need to speak to you like that, because at one time she defended him too. But everyone knows how close he is now and no one likes him, so she needs to not speak to you that way anymore. Yeah, but they're the only two that are allowed to speak badly of Coach now. Because we didn't do it when they said we should, now it's not okay for everyone else to do it. Like, it's bullshit. No, I didn't. I only seen a comment he put in the chat that I'm a liar. Should we speak in the live or on his channel, Tell the Truth? And welcome, Tell the Truth. Like, you're busy for 6 days straight working, but still in and out of chat rooms. Oh, you can't hear me? Really? Wow. Muffled sound. Is it any better now? Can you turn the fan up a bit for me? Oh, good now. Okay, cool. It must have been because I've got it sitting on a pillow. I'm sitting in the bedroom because I didn't want to go. It was horrible now.
Do you want me to go get the stand, please?
Yes, please. Oh, I'm curious now. So was it in Tiffany's that AB spoke about me? Hi, Brenda. I know, it was horrible. But I went and had morning tea with hubby. Oh, look, I've got to tell you something really, really funny. To me, it was funny. Yes, hubby come home for morning tea. So I went and had morning tea with him and had a lovely time. And I thought, no doubt Tiffany's still carrying on. And then I had to do some invoices for hubby's business. And I seen Benny was live. So I went live because he's more entertaining, to be honest, than others. And I was writing an email to a client, and lucky I checked it all over like I do every time, because I signed off, thanks heaps, Benny Keys. Because I'm sitting there listening to Benny. Oh my God, the whispering. Yeah, so lucky I checked it all, because the clients would have got it and thought, who the hell's Benny Keys? You know, I've had to stop myself before when I'm sending emails. You know, like if it's an official person or a client or someone, Do you know how many times I go to give them little hearts and little emojis?
Yeah. I work hard. It's so not good.
Oh, Duchess is here. How did she mess the story up? Just hopeless I am.
How's my knuckle?
Now I'm trying to see if Tell the Truth answered me about. What did you think about Grandis's? Yeah, that timeline has been screwed up from day one for me. But it puts confirmation on the messages that Emma had with, no, Kay Smalls. Remember that phone call she played? But in that phone call, it was played that when that Candace took Summer they went in the car. Tell the truth, she said she went and had a nap, and Candace never met. No, Don and Candace have never ever mentioned anything about a nap, have they? Yeah, it is the code. Sorry, I'm behind in chat. Didn't sound to me as if Grandis was at the swimming hole with them. No. Or if she was, did she get out of the car at all? I've always thought that because Hunter said that she sat in the car putting minutes on her phone, didn't he? And I always thought, why would she bother getting down to the water's edge if she's just left the hospital? That's always sort of niggled at me a bit. Where is Suzanne Sutherland? Oh, hang on, I'll just message her. I told her I was going to come on about 4. Why do you think Candace won't interview? I don't know, Betty Jo. I don't understand that either. Why she will go live on YouTube, but she doesn't want to be on the news. I'm just going to message Suzanne because if I don't, she's going to be cranky with me, or even more cranky than normal. I'm always in trouble, as we know. Oh dear. Hang on, I'm coming, Suzanne. There you go. Now she can't go cranky on. Oh, she's here. I just messaged you. How are you, Suzanne? Duchess. I think they're asleep. Elena's view. I know Penny went to sleep halfway through Benny's. And she fell back to sleep again. But Duchess is becoming a little night owl too. Aren't you, Duchess? I believe it sounded like she wasn't there. Yeah, it was just, I think, and the reason I think Grandis did that interview is because she's trying to fill Donald's shoes while he's not around and speak for Candace so Candace doesn't have to say anything. But did you guys see Chris McDonough's live, was it yesterday? Monday, my time, with that Steve Johnson guy going over that written statement and stuff? That was pretty cool. because she doesn't have to look at anyone in the eyes in her life, but if she interviews, she would have to make eye contact. She might break. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Like, to me, going live is daunting. I'll never ever forget the first time I didn't have anyone, and I was like, oh my God. So I just sat there talking to myself. Drop link if you can. Yep, I will in a second. So Tiffany's not coming back. I'm really curious to know where AB had stuff to say. What do you mean, leg shaking? I've ducked in and out of a few lives, but so tight. I know, Suzanne, it is getting, I think because there's just not a lot happening. But I wanted to talk about the gag order on Trezell and Jacqueline West as well. That has annoyed the shit out of me. How dare they? Flip-flops on the ground. Yes, Duchess. Still biting my tongue. Who are you biting your tongue from, Suzanne? Sure did, Sharon. I'm leaning towards Summer being left asleep in the vehicle, and it was a very hot day. Hypothermia is a real possibility for me. But was it that hot, gymnastics? I thought Chris said it wasn't like heat wave hot, but I suppose it doesn't have to be in a car and get overheated, especially a child. What happened with, Ray Ray. It was no big deal, Ray, seriously. Tiffany did a live this morning, my time, and she was discussing everybody talking about Chase and that it's not right because none of us would have a bar of it in the beginning, and now, no. We're not friends. Yeah, because we didn't get on the Chase hate bandwagon when AB and Tiffany did, then basically none of us have a right to speak on Chase badly now because we didn't do it when AB and Tiffany said to do it. Okay, we had to find out for ourselves, like most adults do. So I went in, she was asking questions like, what's Chase doing now? Everyone's going off. What's he doing now? Is he still playing games in the YouTube streets, which we know he is? And I couldn't help myself. You know how sometimes you just get, and I was completely nice and just said, don't worry, Chase is still playing. And that's the first thing I said. And she just shot me down in flames. Down under, I don't know why you're even in here after last time, blah, blah, blah. And totally lost her shit with me, Ray. And, 2 minutes later, I've got AB in there calling me a liar and BE's going for me. And I was like, whatever. And then she had a dig about Penny. So I said, Penny bases all her opinions on actual facts. Well, she didn't like that one. And she really lost her shit over that comment. And I wasn't meaning that AB and Tiffany don't. I just meant I've never seen Penny get fired up about something unless there has been facts about it. And she knows undeniably that is exactly what happened. That was my intent in what I said, but I think Tiffany interpreted it, which is, it's possible that I was saying Penny's comments are on fact where yours and AB's weren't. And that's not what I meant. But anyway, whatever. You need to send her a quilt. Who? Tiffany Marie? I've got beautiful fabric that will go with them regal chairs of hers. True, Chase probably, he is still playing, just roll with it. And yeah, he's still playing. And people are still being fooled by him. But you make a decision the first time and find out it's a mistake, then it's a mistake. But if you keep going back, it's a choice. It's that age-old statement, isn't it? So I probably should have thought of that before I commented in Tiffany's chat room. But I honestly didn't expect it to carry on like that. I just thought, there's so much bonding going on with so many different creators that used to hate each other. And I thought, why can't people just move on? And she said I did 1,500 lives about her, or however many. And I was like, Tiffany, there were two lives. Jesus. No, Fizzle does not take no shizzle. And I'll always have my girls as backs, and they know it. I've heard his name a lot, but I don't know who Chase is. Oh, really, Ray Ray? Oh, my God. Well, I suppose because he took his channel down 2 different times. So when he very first come on the scene, he did these walkabouts, never showed himself on camera, but he would show people like the horse pond and different search areas he supposedly had gone and searched for Summer. And I think it was actually Scott and Penny that first come across him. That's interesting. I would like to know whether he approached Penny or Scott first. We'll have to ask Penny Duchess. That's interesting. Anyway, then he was supposedly getting all the flyers printed. Yeah, Brad Wishon and 423 Chase are the same guy. Yeah, I get that, Betty Jo. I just can't believe how vulnerable people are when they're given information on somebody swindling, scamming, and all of the rest of it, and they choose to just, a little bit like Ernie Shell right now, people just don't want to hear the truth, and they just keep going with it. And it's like, are you people blind or deaf? I just don't understand. Yeah, so then he pretended he'd had hundreds and thousands of flyers printed up and was saying, oh, send me an email, I'll send out all the flyers. And it took a while to come out that no one actually ever received the flyers from him. And then he got involved with the prayer vigil. He came onto True Crime Commentaries channel, as I remember. Scott was dubious from the get-go, but he had the criminal knowledge we didn't. Yeah, Scott, I do remember that part, gymnastics. Scott never did want a bar of him. And I think that that sort of formed a problem later on, didn't it? But yeah, people are still believing everything he's saying and doing and pretending to be. He was raised. Yeah, that's it. Thanks, Duchess. He was raising money for the billboards. He promised Griffey and Stella money because they were being evicted, and he promised them money to get them into a new apartment. He never come clean with it and had bullshit excuses. He promised 10,000 to Nita's World to help out people in need for Christmas. And it went on for like 6 weeks, all these crazy claims that he was going to do this and going to do that, and nothing ever happened. But he was given money to pass on to Griffey and Stella, $1,700, and he never did. And he sort of is one of them guys that robs Peter to pay Paul. So he's ripping off the next guy to try and fix up the one before him, sort of thing. Yeah, he's a douchebag. And I still to this day can't believe that you would play these games within the true crime community for a start, and then I can't believe that none of us didn't think to do extra checking a lot earlier than when we did. And yeah, I do feel really stupid about that side of it. And yeah, Duchess, he did erase his channel twice, 2 different times, didn't he? One was just before. The first time was when AB and Tiffany released that call. And then the second time is when the truth come out about the billboard money. Hi, Leah Weston. And he's never ever put it back up. Did I get that right, Duchess? That was about the timing of both times, wasn't it? It's good to see you, Leah. I remember Chip. Oh, the chat. I'm going to try Restream out, guys, because StreamYard the last few times has been a pain in the neck. I remember Chip on Mystery Angel said her background check on him was bad, very bad. Oh, really? Real Gigi? I don't remember that. I remember that rule, like that first time when Lady Duchess and them thought. Remember when Griffey was up on panel and everything? I remember that time. If only they knew that he really was 100% scamming, because it was weeks in between there before it really come out. He did. But why does that give AB and Tiffany the right to lay the boot in Elena's view? Because we give him the benefit of the doubt and defended him. Like, it's just like they're trying to, you know, not only stomp on your head, but really, I don't know, try and get extra out of it. Like, no. If you get enjoyment out of people being upset and pissed with themselves, more to the point that they let this douchebag play with their feelings, then kudos to you, AB and Tiffany, because I think it's disgusting that you'd want to cause extra pain and be horrible about it because we actually did believe he was a good guy. Why do we now have to be the bad guys because we thought he was a good guy? Like, this is beyond freaking ridiculous that this is even a topic of conversation, to be honest. There's another YouTuber that did the same thing in the boys' case too, but people don't want to go watch them videos on who that YouTuber was. But I'll keep it to myself and let you all figure that out. No, Betty Joe, you're talking about, oh God, you're talking about Doug and Benny back in the Orrin and Orson West case. Because that shit, the day that the neighbour, hi Gina, how are you? The day the neighbour, they pulled it off like it was totally gold. They plastered like posters and they were really artistic, the big cardboard ones. They had glitter and pictures. You guys know I'm going to crack up at the most stupidest things. But they were really good posters and they plastered them all over Trezell and Jacqueline's house. And then they got someone to ring Doug and say, oh, I'll meet you at Jacqueline and Trezell's house. I've got information for you. So that got Doug out there, and you should have seen him lose his shit. The videos are on there still. He totally lost it. He went down to the neighbour's house and, yeah. I can't even remember. I think Benny was with Doug, like as in YouTube friend, all through that as well, because Benny would go live and give updates on, because Doug, the police end up taking Doug away. And yeah, I thought it was hilarious, but poor Doug. But he come out of it like he did better. And then they were friends again. No, then they broke up in the Cash Gernon case. And then the other week they were friends again. And I was like, fist pumping. I'm like, good for you guys. That's so awesome that. And it inspired me to type in Tiffany's chat. So it was all Benny's fault and Doug's fault. Because I thought, well, if they can do it, I can be an adult and just say something. But nah. And after Benny and Doug made up, then Doug decides, no, we're not friends again. And they're fighting again. But everyone's at their wits' end, I think, because there's just confusion. You've got Ronnie Lawson doing an interview saying parents aren't cooperating, they've lawyered up, this and that. And then within 3 hours, you've got a rebuttal from Grandis. So then obviously YouTube goes into a meltdown because who's the liar? And everyone's trying to work stuff out on motives behind why would Lawson say this or why would Candace say that. And it's all a lot. Way too much drama. Yeah. And that's just me as a sub watching what's going on, being in chat rooms just like everybody else. And the way I see it, the real G. I'm on the reservation. There's someone to try to come in here laughing out loud. Oh my God, Gina. Ray. The real GG says, Ray, yes, I started coming around to TM and AB because they saw the real Ziggy, but I don't like this abuse at all. They have been in Sharon's position many times. Yeah. See, I don't think none of this would bother either of them. Because you look at the people that they fight with, like people that I honestly thought what went down between MGL and Tiffany was a staged little bitch fest. And then in 2 weeks, they would come back on and say, oh, we have a true friendship and we got past it and blah, blah, blah. But I honestly don't think they will get past it or whatever. And it's sad that they use each other because they're not really friends to begin with. And I think they do it so many times to creator after creator after creator. They're just immune to it. Like it's just sport for them, like it was for me this morning, because it didn't affect me at all. I don't care if 300 people sat back and watched her carry on like a fool and look immature, petty, and ridiculous. Like, that doesn't bother me. I thought it was hilarious. Like, you go, Tiff. Totally over the top. Sheffield Lawson made a clever chess move and he got a reaction. That's what I'm saying, gymnastics. He really did, didn't he? Suzanne says, isn't it strange how people fight when they lose control of the wells? They all want to be first with news, etc., like they own them. A few creators have really done that, haven't they? But I will not come on here and I've given my reasons over and over again because I don't like the Cleo Smith thing has changed my whole true crime focus, because I was so absolutely certain that them parents had something to do with Cleo, and that as if anyone would go into that tent and pinch a little one with mum and dad being a metre away sleeping. Like, that would never, ever happen. I got abused on Facebook for asking a few questions that were heading towards what my opinion was. And I thought, if you can't see this, people, you are just so blinded. The parents definitely, or definitely the stepfather. How wrong was I? So could everyone who's persecuting Don and Candace, and that they absolutely did it, could they also be wrong? Nobody knows. So I can't be filthy angry and accuse after what happened with Cleo, because anything is possible. I don't like Benny, but I don't bash him, because some people I like him, and that's cool with me because I'm a grown woman. That doesn't go around saying, oh, we can't be friends because you like. Exactly, Betty Joe. That's mature adult way of thinking. If you don't like a creator, you don't have to demand that your peers, can't make up their mind and like who they want to like. And I said this in a chat the other day, we shouldn't be putting boundaries on our peers as to where they can go and who they can talk to, because that truly is high school. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with her. I do know not a subs, her, how months ago she used to get like 12, like I've even seen up to 1,800 people in her chats. But last night there was only like 240. And do you know who had more people in their chat last night than anybody? I was quite surprised. It was Prayer Garden. Prayer Garden has been getting more people in her chat rooms than Ziggy, even more than AB, guys. You sit back and do a little look around. It's quite amazing. Lawson could be bluffing them. I was asking, Griffey and I were talking about this the other day, and our conversation was like, I said to Griffey, who does, and maybe one of you know, who does Ronnie Lawson have to answer to in his position? Like, there would have to be, is it like a governor, or is it a police force? I don't understand how it works over there. But surely if they knew he was lying about any of those media statements, he would be accountable for that. I felt same thing on Scott's channel. Might have been just me, but it felt like his chat give you the cold shoulder if you don't like Ziggy. Oh, yeah. And vice versa. Exactly the same thing in Ziggy's. If someone says something negative about Scott, they'll come at you in there as well. No, I get what you're saying, Betty Joe. It'd just be interesting to know who he actually has to answer to. And yeah, like Duchess says, I appreciate that, Betty Joe. I agree. We should be able to watch who we want. Exactly. I'm not that one that gets shitty if someone's in someone else's chat room Like if all of you guys went over to Tiffany's, do you think that I would feel any less of a way about any of you? Hell no. You know, I'm just grateful you come in here and spend time with me. And I get to enjoy chatting with you. They need to leave subs and other creators out of their playhouse. Absolutely. I've seen a few creators deliberately going for other creators as subs, and if it gets to that point, I'm out. Seriously, if I can't do a live and enjoy chatting with you guys without and like if I had to come in here and chat with you guys and worry about, say, Tiffany or AB coming after you guys, I would shut myself down altogether and my YouTube would be gone. I couldn't handle that sort of stuff. Oh, you're kidding. 5 distressed floodplain properties. Oh, the floods here, guys. They're just getting worse and worse and worse. It's so bloody sad. And you know, we come on here and in YouTube and the littlest thing, as we know, can become so huge and dramatic, and you've got to stop and think about Ukraine and all the real life shit that is so much more important. I'm not saying Summer's case is not important. Every case is important. But before we get all fired up and want to lose our shit because someone's coming to your chat room that you had a problem with 6 months ago, think of people who really need thinking about right now. Try and be nice. He's not. Gymnastics says at Petty Joe, he's not in Kahi now. That TBI and FBI are on the case. He may well have been leaned on. Hi, Katie Kitty. How are you? It's great to see you. I tell you who I've been getting a laugh out of. If anyone is in here who hasn't been over, Crafting with True Lies. She is hilarious. She's I don't know, different things she says. I think she's a little bit like me with some of her views, as in opinions just on life and stuff. And I get her sense of humour as well. And it's just a nice, she can, most of it, so her nighttime, it's nighttime. I think it's like 7 o'clock in the morning she goes to it's 4 to 7. That one's usually about, I know she's had a couple of controversial rides recently, but most of the time it's just the chat rooms like in here, everyone's just super nice and sweet, and we don't have bitching and fighting and stuff. And she does a morning one and a afternoon one. And I am going to be on more regularly, back to normal too, guys. It's just that I had 3 quilts come in for my customers, And then I had the quilts from the other shop to go and get. And yesterday I was on my feet for 15 hours. And I come back down to the house about 2:30 a.m. and I was just, and it would be good if the machine wasn't too loud because I could do a live and chat at the same time. But the machine is way too noisy. Like it would drive you guys insane. Yeah, Katie Kitty, it's that yesterday was a lot, wasn't it? That poor old man, 82 years old. But this is what scammers do. They prey on weak, vulnerable women and the elderly. It's just, they know exactly what they're doing. But that's why I'd like to know more about how we come to be involved in Summer's case. Did he contact Penny and Scott? Because they always say it, don't they? It's always someone that inserts themselves in and wants to be known to be involved with the case afterwards. Hi, Trigger Hippie. Here it's the chief of police. He's not the chief. Yeah. Griffy and I were going to look into it, but I've just been flat out trying to get my orders done and out of the road. In my opinion, Betty Jo says, I think Ronnie Lawson is dragging this on until he's re-elected as sheriff. But he doesn't have anyone going against him, like up for vote either, does he? Like he's the only one that's going for the role. Ray Ray says, I'm Rachel. It's been said in chat. Nobody in real life calls me Rachel, though. I'm the Ray Ray. Oh, I didn't know your name was Rachel. Yeah, and I had a birthday on the 6th. And it was lovely. Hubby went away with the boys. They went hunting. So it was just Layla and I home, and that was lovely. We had some girl time. Ronnie won't get away with anything in Summer's case, FBN. But yeah, that's what I keep thinking, Katie Kitty. Does it really matter what Ronnie Lawson says at the end of the day when you've got TBI and... But then I seen in someone's chat the other day that that TBI had given the lead back to Hawkins County. So I was like, really? Duchess says, I agree, Betty Jo. Some people that go into the crazy zone, though. I am guarded, especially after Griff investigates, falsely accused me and others of causing Lisa's home life to commit suicide. Yes. Like the shit that has gone on. I can't agree more, Duchess. But look at LC. You know, the games, the bullshit. These people need to get real lives. I honestly don't know how people come on for like 6-7 hours when they've got kids and families, or I just don't know how they can fit it in. I really, really don't. I'm down to one child. But if you have a fulfilled home life, what do your other family members feel when you're sitting on YouTube Live for 7 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours? I wouldn't do that to my family. Will be under the oversight of TBI. Now they've been brought into Summer's case. Okay, so he would have to answer to them gymnastics. Oh, thank you, Brenda. I try to be. But look, I can get angry and be shitty and nasty as well. I'm not saying I'm not. Most of my people have seen me lose my shit a couple of times. But I will say, it wasn't because people were coming at me and being nasty to me. It was because other people were being nasty to my friends. It's like when someone says nasty something to you and you can take it, but say something nasty about my kids and it's not going to be pretty. It's the same feeling for me. I just want to, I can't control it. Oh, it must be late over there for you guys now. Oh, what did Debbie say? Since he's an elected official, I believe he would answer to the mayor, maybe. Well, that was one of the people that Griffey said, Debbie. And welcome, Debbie. Yeah, we were wondering about the mayor. Because Griffey's in South Africa and I'm in Australia, so oh, thank you, Mr. Fuck You Mean. Yeah, a lot of people can't handle the Aussie accent. And they'll just like, yeah, I can't do her. She's an Aussie. We can't tip around people. People can be themselves. Yes. That was some bullshit to drag me into Lisa's. Lisa had just apologized to me 1 week before that, and I said, fine, but we can't be friends. And she respected that. It's absurd. I know. But there was Elsie had done it twice just before that too, didn't she, Duchess? And that's why we were sort of, when Griff put it out there that he'd got this email and that Lisa's home life had committed suicide, da-di-da-di-da. Oh, I shouldn't have said the word, should I? We were like, oh, here we go again. And we all tried to tell him that this is probably not the case. And he didn't want to hear it. You know, he bashed everyone that said it wasn't true. And yeah, we sure found out that it wasn't true. But then we were all the bitches under the sun. And yeah, it's just crazy. The games. Oh, Leah, that's so beautiful. You will always be welcome here, Leah. Always. And thank you for that. That's so lovely. What is regular gas where you all are? It's so $4.39 a gallon here and going up, Ray says. So a gallon is 4 litres. Is that right? Because hubby and I were talking about this at morning tea time, and you guys know what I'm like with the petrol tank, and I don't like to do it. So I get him to do it because I think the car's going to blow up and everything. And he filled it up on Friday, and he said it was $2 to a litre. So that would be $8.08 a gallon over here. Isn't that crazy? $122 he said to fill it up. And that's a Nissan Pathfinder. Yeah, it was crazy, Brenda. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, well, that'd be right. The real GG. Because that's what it works out. It's supposedly going up $2 a gallon more. But it's still cheaper than us. Miss Justice says it's $2 a litre in Canada. Yep, about the same as us. It's for premium here, Suzanne. It's $2 in this part of New South Wales. Like I think the other ones are like $1.89 or $1.90 maybe. I just hate putting petrol in the car. Gas is $5.10 here. So if we did the currency conversion, that'd probably bring it up to about the same in Australian dollars. Shit. Yeah, and I was in Chasings this morning when I first woke up, and her hubby, Scott, for president, isn't he funny? I just love both of them. He was sort of giving us a bit of info, and he said he feels that it will definitely be going up more and more over the next couple of weeks, at least another $2. Oh, he's crazy. Well, he's one of the ones that Chase scammed not even 2 weeks ago. Is Griff Investigates. Why do you think he was walking the highway and everything? Because Chase promised him a job and everything. So him and his wife go down there, and of course all the false, I'll do this, I'll do that for you, Griff, was all bullshit. And but Griff Investigates was also warned. And hi KC, is it muffled again? Damn. What is wrong with this thing? Sorry, guys. Must just be the internet. Is it coming back? Hi, 109. I honestly don't know why it's doing it. Sounds like Charlie Brown's teacher. This chat, it's got to be the internet because... Oh, thank you, Duchess. Is it better now? Oh, Betty Jo's going to bed. Is the sound better now? Or was that like 20 minutes ago? Because my chat just jumped about 6 pages long. Grand jury in that area meets in April. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. So, did you guys see the press conference with Trezell and Jacqueline West's attorneys yesterday? That was 20 minutes ago. I'm so sorry, Brenda. It must be the internet. Can you hear? I'm good again. Oh, God. I'm definitely going to try stream. What do you call the other one? Restream. Ruthie said it's quite good. But every time I've been on lately, I've had this chat issue where it'll just jump. So see, I'm right up to date here now, 5:33. No, Sharon, you aren't muffled now. That is crazy. So that must have been at least 10 minutes ago. You use Restream? Okay, I'm gonna have a play with it tonight. If anyone's awake, I'll download it and have a little test go. You didn't see so they had a press conference yesterday. If I come back on after dinner on Restream, I'll play the video. So their argument is that Trezell and Jacqueline West's lawyers spoke for them in this little press conference yesterday, and they don't like the fact that it's being reported in a way that, because the media have said the grand jury have decided to go ahead with the indictment, that it unfairly says they're guilty. And they're not happy about that because it's given a false feeling that no matter what happens in the actual trial, it's still like they're still guilty. And so they want people to understand that whether it was a pre-trial hearing or the grand jury, it's all exactly the same thing. And I'm really annoyed that they got that gag order today. In a case like this, I suppose because minors are involved, because, hang on, I'm going to go outside. How long have I lasted? 1 hour and 18 minutes without a cigarette. That's pretty good, Suzanne. That guy seemed so nervous, Trevell's attorney. Yes, he did. He really did. I'm going to have a cigarette. And I hope the bird doesn't make a noise.
Is the rabbit alive?
No. We had both our other bunnies pass away too. Obvious. If grand jury people involved in Summer's disappearance in jail, not anyone that needs to go for other crimes that will happen to. Yeah.
It was fine.
It had it too.
But the other guy.
Today. Wait for the bird. Oh, he started as soon as I walked out here. Who freaking who joined the club? Miss Justice is in a mood today too. Please stop.
I do that.
Well, the jury will sort the facts from fiction. You have to trust the process. We haven't found a better one yet. It's not perfect, but then what is? Yeah, I agree. Suzanne, go birds. You tell her you hate smoke. He just doesn't like me talking.
I've never shut up.
He really doesn't. Me too. Yeah, Dutchie, put your channel link in the chat. Who is that? Who else is in here with a channel? Touches. Did I say hi to you, 109? I swear. He knows too. Yeah, we'll play that little interview when I come back. Sub, they are awesome and doing great work. Dutchie is doing amazing work with current missing people awareness. And Dutchie, when I come back, I will share your flyer that you emailed me as well. Hang on, I'll get it. Duchess discussions. I know a lot of creators don't like dropping their own channel links. So I'll grab it. Here she is. I love your picture.
I am
I'm just getting Dutchie's link. Here we go. Fuck you mean? I could listen to Dutchie talk all day. Anytime, Duchess. You don't even have to ask. You just need to drop it as soon as you come in. Oh, he's too sassy tonight, Casey. He just doesn't want to be quiet. I should cover him up when I come out here. Benny said it wasn't me in my avatar tonight, but look at it. It's my facial. I know it's you. It's just a little budgie, a little blue budgery girl. Oh, she will appreciate that, Trigger Hippie. Thank you. I'll get crafting through the lies too, because she's been dropping my channel link, and I appreciate that. Crafting. She's funny as.
You know, I don't know.
Yeah, you're funny too.
3.
This is Crafting Through the Lies' channel. He is cute, Brenda, but I can sit out here by myself and have a smoke, and he will not talk. But if I come out here and I'm on the phone or something, he does this. I might grab Griffey's channel link as well. Road. Oh, it never ever comes up for me.
Did you tell him what you got for your birthday?
What?
Nothing.
It I got 2 lots of flowers. A candle. Here's our Griffy. I thought she would be awake by now, but she's had a couple of late nights, so she might still be sleeping. Sharon, your voice is angelic, so soothing, reminds me of a cool summer breeze. Oh my gosh.
It really isn't.
My granddaughter just said, no, it isn't, mister. If you mean. My sister is coming to town with the kids, so I have to split. Oh, you will have to split. Duchess. Hexie's got a cough. Yeah, so we got no bunnies left. They all got myxomatosis and passed away. It's a horrible disease. We might be one budgie down too. Dutchie, I hope it does work out, and it's her. She needs mental counselling help, or she will always be leaving. I must have missed who you were talking about, the real GG. He just aggravates me, like I can't even think. So annoying.
No, right now.
Away from the budgie.
In the bin.
Little devil. You have to split your time between working this case and talking to the mother when she gets here. I know. How does real life keep interrupting us, Duchess? We have important work to do. Yeah. We were hoping that the first one would just be the only one to get it because it was by itself. But then they both got it. Oh, like the 3 of them ended up with it. So it was really sad. Poor little guys. It's so cruel. No, I was so mad with him yesterday. I was going to just let him go. He was driving me that crazy. But then I thought, oh, you know, maybe he just doesn't like the cage anymore. But then he might die because he doesn't know how to buy a box of birds. I'm sure he'd be fine, but you never know. Do you? I couldn't live with myself. Sorry about your bunny. Yes, Aussie girl Jen. How are you, Aussie girl Jen? Thank you for coming in. And AP, I seen you too. Welcome. I know the first one, Leah, they sort of got a little bit, its eyes went a little bit funny. And it is best to just put them out of their misery when it gets that bad. Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about now, Duchess. I'm good, better than last time. Oh, that's good. They were 3 brothers. Poor little guys. They got myxomatosis, Brenda. We have wild ones up the back. They just come and go. I think they may be picking a spot to nest. It's a disease that starts in their eyes, like a really bad infection, and I don't really know what it does to the rest of them, but they die pretty quick from it, and it's really, really cruel. Yeah, it's just sad, because as soon as you see their eyes go all gunky, what it means, It really is gymnastics. So, are any of our Aussie people anywhere near the floods? The Northern Beaches in Sydney copped it so bad yesterday. And again today, I think. Oh, did I block? Shit. I tried to block the bot and I got Brenda. Brenda, I'm coming. Shit. Hang on. Oh my God. I've done this before. Settings. I actually did it to Suzanne months ago. Yeah.
A man in his 70s from Griffith region died in a Sydney hospital.
Yeah.
On Friday the 13th, post, I don't know what that word is. He is found contracted with the Mozzie flu.
Oh, really? Okay, Aussies, we have to talk about this. ABC Riverina. Why aren't you in the block list, Brenda? You're not in here.
Blocker.
Oh, here she is. I'm so sorry. Suzanne knows how it feels because I did it to her one time. I didn't mean it. Okay. So, for our Aussie people, if you haven't seen already, there is a really bad virus going around that is contracted through mosquito bites, and it causes encephalitis of the brain, and it's fatal, can be fatal, doesn't mean it's every single person. So Layla's just got me a new local news update. Man in his 70s from the Griffith region, which is like an hour and a half away from us, died in the Sydney hospital on the 13th of February. Post-mortem testing subsequently found he had contracted the Japanese strain of encephalitis. So please be very, very careful outside, around waterways, along grass, anything where there's mosquitoes. Our Americans won't know what I'm talking about when I say mozzies. How scary is that? And that's an hour and a half away.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's easy to do. I accidentally hit the wrong button while being spun out and removed everyone's comments. Oh no. I luckily didn't block. It was my dog jumping on the phone. It is easily done. But Suzanne paid out on me for like a week, didn't you? She's so funny. Bad news for Susan is I haven't done any hand stitching for 4 days on her quilt.
We're gonna go see Susan.
Pardon?
We're gonna go see Susan.
We are going to go and see Susan when I get a quilt finished.
Do you want to get a new dog?
Duchess is off to bed. Good night,
Oh.
Dutchie.
It's a cat.
I'll talk to you when you wake up. Yeah, she is beautiful, isn't she? She hasn't got one wrinkle.
Me, I know.
Dutchie.
Oh.
Absolutely. Same with Libby. Libby's face does not look like a grandmother's face. She hasn't got one wrinkle either. So jealous of both of them. You don't have to agree. Oh, go away. She just keeps moving away from the mic. No, I don't. Has it gone again? The sound? Mozzie's real Ross River fever. That was really bad too. Ended up in Mozzie warning. There's a big warning now on 10 News. Neurological symptoms, including convulsions, any sort of headaches, anything like that, you need to get checked out if you know you've been bitten by mosquitoes.
I've been bitten by heaps and I've got freaking headache today.
There is no specific treatment. The best way to avoid infection is to avoid being bitten by mosquitoes. And it's rampant in New South Wales. So guys, please be careful. It's getting that way you don't want to walk out of your house.
Well, I have no choice.
Yeah, mosquitoes are mozzies. I got to Google mozzie.
Like what?
We just shorten words like names, especially like Barry's Bazza.
G'day.
So many crazy. Yes. Well, you would think that would be pretty bad in the other states with all the water. Because Queensland is still pretty, this is their wet season, so they would be pretty bad up there. But I think most of the current cases of this mosquito encephalitis have been found in New South Wales. You
Yeah,
all
but
have
where
such
they
cool
come from?
names for things. Yeah, we shorten everything. Redheads called, yes, that's true,
Ringers.
Suzanne. We call redheads blue
No, we don't. We call them ringers.
or rangers. Trigger hippie. Oh my God, you've been through the wars for sure. It's as scary as Queensland is always full of mozzies. Yeah.
Yeah, because it gets really hot up there.
You've been through the wars for sure. It's scary. Yeah. Nicole Kidman says fat, not fart. What do you do for a crust? Always remember that one. See, the chat's just jumped 5 miles again.
You know what song stuck in my head?
Rangers, Brenda. Ranger. Not ringers, rangers are redheads as well. So many people judge your looks on here. I'm scared to show my face because I've never claimed to be a looker. Oh, I was too, the real Gigi. I was terrified to turn that camera button on.
But you did it when you first woke up.
Yeah.
It was when you first done it.
Yeah, the first time I ever done it was when I had Hillbilly Hard on. And the time that suited her, my time was like 6 6 a.m. here. So I got up super early and
Thing was, everyone was awake.
cammed up. Yeah, and everyone in the house was wide awake. And I'm like, really?
I was awake like 5, like 4
Go back to bed. You're never up this early. I hate hearing my own voice. I hate looking at photos of myself. All of that just makes me uncomfortable.
You know what song stuck in my
Tabby
head?
says I have a giant witch nose. You do not. Tabby as in Truth for the Missing. No, I don't feel like I'm gorgeous at all.
But yeah.
You don't have mosquitoes there?
Where?
In Canada?
No.
Really?
Well, lucky you.
New Zealand don't either.
Oh, really?
I didn't know that until about 6 weeks ago. One of our New Zealand subs was saying that New Zealand don't have flies or mosquitoes. And I've been on a cruise to New Zealand for 14 days and I didn't even notice that there were no flies. Stagnant water, yes. My friend took pics of me ripping up lino yesterday. I yelled at her. I would have too. Oh, is that the one that she had rain damage and got flooded through her house, didn't she, Suzanne? Poor pet.
Thanks,
No,
Vic.
Brenda. It's nerve-wracking. Oh, and for those of you who were here when I was talking about getting anxious about my lives and stuff, I went to the doctors and he wouldn't give me anything. Nothing. I was like, you are so rude. Me too, Sharon. My daughter said I sound like Marge Simpson's sister when I baby talk my granddaughter. It soothes her. She stops crying. Oh, well, that's all that matters. Oh, that's hilarious. Marge Simpson's sister. Oh,
Yeah.
really, Suzanne? Well, they didn't tell us that. Sandflies are horrible. Yeah, I think Ray Ray's got a gorgeous nose. That's so rude. I know. I know. See, she's just trying to pick at something, Ray. If that's all she's got, you're going good, girl. I wouldn't let that bother you at all. Take no notice of her. The penny just dropped who exactly you're talking about. Got to go charge my phone, but I'll be listening to you on the... Oh, you're kidding me. See, that scares the shit out of me. I never realised that people did that, Trigger Hippie. When I found out that people actually watch YouTube on their big TV screens in their lounge room and I turn the camera on, it's like, oh, hell no. Oh, I'm serious. It's like, could you imagine? No.
Well, it's a big
What the
screen.
fuck you mean?
It's a big screen.
I just can't even imagine walking in and see myself on. No. Oh, well, were they telling me Fibs Gymnastics? We had those swatters in our house. A roast lamb, oh my God, yeah, anything roasting. Brought them in if the screen door was open. Well, who was it that told me that then? I'm going to find out. They told me that New Zealand, see how gullible I am? I believe anything. I'm sorry I missed your call. I was use my phone for looking at pictures. Layla just showed me a little cartoon thing, and it's two ladies talking to each other, and one saying to the other one, "I'm so sorry I missed your call. I was busy looking up photos of quilts." Little girl aged 3 said to me when I was singing her to sleep, "Nana, you need new batteries." Out of the mouths of babes. No, you have them in Canada, it's just not where I live because I'm by the ocean. Oh,
I'd love to live in the ocean.
oh, you need to send us photos, Miss Justice, because Canada's on my bucket list.
You know that means
Absolutely, it is. Do you know I hate saying absolutely now? Because when I say the word absolutely, I hear it in my head as Prayer Garden saying absolutely. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Ray Ray. That is so beautiful. That'll be in our April fabric shopping list. Please say my name again. It's so funny hearing you say it. Mr. Fuck You Mean. See, isn't it better to have a laugh and a joke than being angry and throwing spears at each other?
oh, what's that?
Yeah, oh my God. Mr. Fuck You Mean. See, I say that like the way Libby says, fuck you mean. And Mr. Fuck You Mean, my 20, she's now 27, daughter come over a couple of weeks ago and we are just having a conversation. And she said something and I just swung around and I said, fuck you mean. And she's like, Mum, seriously, you need to get off YouTube. It was so funny. She said, you sound like a gangster.
Oh, yeah.
The Real Gigi. It's a comedy based on public housing and oh my God, housos. It's both funny and disturbing. See, Leo, I don't get the funny part. I must be the only Australian that does not. Like, I can see how people think it's funny, but when you can drive down a street and you actually see these people in that community of people, you know, they're the ones that have never ever had a job in their life. They live in public housing. They skite about how many days a week they can play Xbox. And they all go to each other's houses depending on what day of the week, who gets paid when, to buy the next box of beer. And they're just, I don't know. I'm just going to say feral. Some of them are just feral. Anyway, there's an Australian comedy show and it takes the piss out of that type of community. Now, we're not talking about people who are legitimately down on their luck and unemployed and just going through a rough patch. This is a generational thing where they breed like friggin' rabbits because they get, you know, another $200 a fortnight per child, and that's their way of obtaining an income. And they're proud of it. Like they'll say, why would I go to work? So I get pissed off and I can't handle the show. I don't know if it's on Netflix, Brenda, but it's an sometimes it's not even an exaggeration. like we have Aussie slang. I don't know if we can play any. I'll have a look into it and see. I might play it on the other channel. And then if they strike it, it doesn't make me. No, see, Aussie Girl Jen, we're similar. And it's like that. There used to be one that come on after it called, is it Fat Pizza or
Yeah.
something? Is that what it's called?
I think so.
And it's about like the Lebanese pizza. I just can't handle it. It's just not my thing. It took me a bit to watch any of it. It's just exactly what it's like. It is a perfect representation. It's uncanny. I'm not a huge fan, but can watch a bit of it. Yeah, it's just, yeah. It makes me angry because it's not the people who just have lost their job or something. These people like really love the fact that they don't have to set an alarm clock or act like an adult and be responsible. We'll just live on the government and have 16 kids. And I don't know. Then you've got all the offspring thinking this is the way you live, so that it's just a never ending cycle. You know, Brenda, I'm exactly the same. I started watching YouTube in Oran and Awesome West case right at the beginning. And I didn't know any of this existed before then, as in chat rooms and discussions and all that sort of thing. And I pay for Netflix, Prime Video, Stan, Disney.
No, you have to pay for that again.
Oh, well, Disney's dropped off. And Hey You, and we have Boxtel.
Surely there's more than that.
And all I mainly watch is YouTube. Because I used to just watch the Crime Channel on Foxtel, but I don't even watch that anymore. You hope your TV still works? Well, when I was home alone the other week, I didn't even turn the TV on when no one was home.
When? When me and Pop.
Yeah, when you guys went away. How do people get away with that? But there's homeless that need help to get a job. Yeah, I know, the real Gigi. So it really shocks me to see people in America, like, you guys don't seem to have, from what I can see from sitting here looking at screens, do you guys have that same sort of culture of people that are just proud not to work and do nothing and live off the government? Who is doing this? She lives off the government, has 5 children, 1 set of 2-year-old twins, and is pregnant, living off of government money, yet she has a live-in boyfriend. Yeah. There's so many that do it. But the government thinks she's a single mother. I've become so invested. Me too, paying $14.99 for Netflix and haven't. Well, I was really, really bored last week and I watched the lady in the house across the road from the girl in the window. I got a bit of a laugh. Like, it's not real true crime or anything, it's a drama, but you get a bit of a laugh and a bit of a giggle, but it's a whodunit at the same time. So it was worth a watch. I liked it. But that's the only thing I've sort of watched in ages. And I watched the new season of The Sinner with my friend that comes on Saturday night. We watched the whole series in one night. Summer was my first case and not watched TV since. I did watch YouTube for other subjects. Yeah, I used to. I think I've told this story a million times. How when my kids were like younger teenagers, I believed that YouTube, you didn't need to go and get, like you just went to YouTube to teach you everything. And they had a PS2 back then and it wasn't working. So I decided to look up on YouTube how to fix it, and it was an epic fail. But yeah, you can learn so much. Hi, Rosemary and Time. I haven't seen you for ages. Welcome. You guys making me choke on my hash pot. Miss Justice, you are so funny. Don't feel that way. You need to love. Yeah. Is your granddaughter all better now, Suzanne? They started working while at high school and never stopped. Yeah. Well, our son is sort of partners with hubby, so he's always sort of, I will say, had it pretty easy. Like he's never had to go for a job interview. He's never had to do that sort of stuff. And obviously when we retire, he'll have the whole business then. The problem, Leah says, with public housing is the majority are damaged people with severe addictions. Not saying it's right, but that's the facts. That's true too, Leah. That's very true. It's sad when you see the younger kids copying what they think is normal with their parents and everything that goes with that. It's half my family does that bullshit. Really crazy. And because public housing is in all states, drug use, crime, etc., is all concentrated in the one area. There are good people in their states, so they just keep to themselves. Yeah. I agree with that. Not everyone in public housing is like that. I didn't mean for it to come across like every single person was, because they're not. And like a young mum in Australia can get a public housing house, and she is usually, I think they're starting to sell some off nowadays, but it used to be the saying that if you've got a public house in Australia, you've got it till you die or until you do the wrong thing or whatever, but it's sort of yours forever as long as you pay the rent and stuff. And I can remember a lady who had 4 kids, and she was in public housing, and all her kids are now grown and moved out, and she's still sitting there in a 4-bedroom house, and she's all by herself now, like 30 years later. Yes, we have people like that. It's sad. Kids always pay for parents' mistakes. It is. It's a never-ending cycle. Fun to be here, but I'm half asleep. You're fine, Rosemary. I'm just glad to see you. And I just want to put a little public plea out to someone I care immensely for, and I'm really, really, really concerned and worried about, and that's Glitterazzi. We haven't seen her for a couple of weeks now, and everybody has been reaching out to her. We're all worried sick. Even people, Dutchie has texted her. We have sent her messages, tried to ring her. And I get it. Like, everyone needs a break every now and again. But she wasn't well just before she went quiet. And everyone loves you, and we're missing you. And we just need to know that you're okay. So please, please just reach out and let someone know, please, that you're good. No, just giving you the inside info. Yeah, thank you, Leah. We don't know, Brenda. No one's... We've all been trying to get through to her, and she hasn't answered anyone, and we're just concerned because she was having some headaches and stuff. And yeah, it's just, we're just worried about her. So if she does happen to hear this, please just let us know you're okay. That's all we want to know. We respect it if, you just need time. We all need a break sometimes, because it does get a lot in these YouTube streets. Every single day is crazy. Yeah, look, I don't want to put panic out there or any sort of insinuation. I'm just, I would just like to know that she's okay and that she's missed, and just let her know we're worried about her, and that's all. Like, I don't want it to become, crazy. But if she is listening to anyone, please let her know that, or someone has spoken to her, just let her know that we're thinking of her. Because you do miss people. That's like Rosemary and Thyme. I haven't seen her for a couple of weeks. But I'll sit here sometimes and I'll be stitching or whatever, and I'll think, I wonder where that person is. I haven't seen them for ages. And you wouldn't believe it. Half the time, the next time I go live, they'll come in. You're like, oh my God. It's like you sort of manifested that person to come in. Goodness, I hope she's okay and just taking a spell from the drama. Yeah, I think that's probably the case, gymnastics. But, yeah, it's a worry. Hi, Golden Mare. I think they answer to county commissioners. Mayors are over city police. Oh, I get you. Thank you for that, Golden Mare. Yeah, I get it, Brenda. Like, and I popped into Josh's for 2 minutes this afternoon while I was waiting for Layla at school, and he was talking about how mentally it can get to you in the YouTube lives and being a creator and everything, and it's a lot, and you do get disheartened and think, this is crazy, it's not doing anything. But you have to look at the positive sides of everything. Isn't he gorgeous? He's such a great young guy. Must take a toll on YouTube. Being so involved must take a toll on YouTube. I get upset enough and I don't ever go past chatting or yeah, it does, Leah. I used to live in Detroit and I used to get it only from Canada Boy. Was it always so good? Oh, I really, really want to go to Canada. And Megan Boswell's Penny laughed at me. I was in a chat the other day and Penny was in there. And it was in Kramer Mama. And they were talking about Megan Boswell's case. And I said, I am going to that trial. And Penny said, laughing out loud with little emojis. And I'm like, I'm serious. I'm definitely going. I think it's in September. I can't wait. Sheriffs are elected officials. I tried to confirm about sheriff answering to county commissioners, but a 20-minute search I could only confirm they have county commissioners. Yeah, well, the night Griffey and I were talking about it, it was like 1 a.m. and I went to bed and was looking it up. And every time I typed in a question about it, Golden Mare, it just kept coming up with different county like council sites and things like that. It wasn't sort of giving me a proper definitive line of command. You know, like this person answers to this person, and it actually made me more confused. But anyway, one must keep emotions in check to deal with YouTube or life in general. Yeah. Because it does play out. If you get super stressed in YouTube world, like there have been times when I've been really, really not okay with YouTube world, but then you know, you've got to sort of walk out of the room and act like everything's peachy keen in real life. So it's hard. Hi Lisa Jones. I only have a few I watch, have cut the channels in half. Yeah. It's funny, isn't it? How I don't know. Is it because the creators changed dramatically? I don't know what it is. It can be difficult. Why have you failed miserably, Leah Weston? County Commissioner Sheriff Boach approved by them. I didn't realise Ronnie Lawson had been in that role for 30 years. Yeah, that's exactly right. Mr. Fuck You Mean. I've just realised that I have unsubscribed to the creators that are cruel. Yeah. Like I unsub from Tiffany and AB and them months ago. And it's not like today I thought I want to be besties or anything. It was just a comment. You know? On a topic that I was interested in. And what some creators don't stop to recognize is the fact that Okay, you're the creator. You're the main focus. This is where their head gets a little bit lost in the whole big scheme of things. But a lot of people come into a chat, they don't necessarily want to hear a word the creator's saying. They just love the people that are in the chat room. But the creators don't think of that. They just think with their big heads, it's all about them. When some of the time it's really not. It's just that their people are still in that chat room. So they don't want to leave going to that particular live because all their usual chat friends are still in there and they want to keep talking and chatting with them. So creators get extra big heads because they do feel the whole live is just about them and their opinions. It's not about the total interaction of all of us together. Like, take note, people. For me, some creators have gotten nasty. Yeah, very, very nasty, KC. Sharon, it only showed their character. You were being sincere. Yeah, yeah, it's just ridiculous. Like, seriously ridiculous. Because I get too upset about YouTube politics. People's behaviour really bugs me. And off the back of a Little Missing Girls, just watching someone before and I felt physically ill, letting it affect me too much. I get it, Leah. I totally do. And like, I don't know, every day, every hour, you will still see thumbnails coming up. Summer Wells this, Candace this, Grandis this. And it is, even that does my head in now because nothing is new, really. It's just more trying to grab them views while we can and bring up the Wells just to keep it relevant, but not always in the best way. It's more for self-attention and clicks and views. So Tiff has another victim. She doesn't care about people. They are only pawns to her agenda. AB saying he hooked with Tiff to promote his illegal imports. Yeah, they're two peas in a pod, that's for sure. That really do enjoy keeping their little feuds happening. Like, and if that's what makes them happy in life, then kudos to them. But that's not who I am. TM became so possessive about Summer, it was very unhealthy. Yeah. She still thinks she's the only one who, her and AB, the only ones who ever did anything good. Anyway, guys, I better go and get some dinner ready for hubby. He's probably starving. Although last night I had tea cooked on the table at 6:30 and he's like, why are we having tea? It's only like 6:30. I was like, dude.
Where are we having for dinner?
See, I told you.
What?
Candace needs to get off YouTube. I will agree with you there, Suzanne. Especially the lives. I feel safe here. Oh, Lisa Jones, thank you. Tomorrow I'll do a live cammed up and I'll show you all the quilts I've quilted this week and do a bit of a show and tell. That'll be fun. Peas and carrots. Peas and carrots. We had peas and carrots last night.
Did we?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't. We did. So thanks for coming in. Thanks, Mod, so much for your help. I just wanted to come on and say I'm still alive and
Still alive.
Let-
Still alive.
let you all know I miss you and I'll definitely be back tomorrow. I promise. Bye, Sharon, and all in chat here. Always nice and peaceful. Quilt show coming. Yes, there is. Tomorrow. Well, yeah. Tomorrow my time. Feed the hardworking man. I know. He is a good boy. So thanks, everybody, and I will schedule so you know what time tomorrow. Back on track. Okay, guys. Bye.